It was like a Funko Pop figure first, I think.
I've not seen that one out in the wild yet. Hello, everybody.
Yeah,
Welcome
hi.
to Nerdbug Podcast episode 100 and...
I don't
Oh,
know.
hang on.
200.
Hang on. Maybe. Oh, 194.
194. Oh, okay.
Oh, I really need to just actually commit to fucking... what's the word? Like promoting these again, yeah, writing the descriptions and actually promoting these again. Because we've literally gone since 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 in a row, not counting the other ones that I haven't done.
Oh, okay.
It's just, you know, when you're like, oh, why, Jesus? And
Why, Eliza?
Eliza. But yeah, Moon Knight came out today. Have we
did.
watched it?
No. I haven't had a chance to just yet. A couple hours I will, but yeah.
I went to start it and then I was like...
I've seen Oscar Isaac go on a bus and fall asleep. That's what I've seen. I saw like the first
that in
2
Moon Knight?
minutes. Yeah, that was in Moon Knight. Yeah. The first 2 minutes. It's someone stepping foot in... Like I say, it's a spoiler for a mini review for what I've seen. Someone steps in glass in sandals and then you see a silhouette of long hair. So I'm assuming that's Ethan Hawke's character.
Yeah.
Then Oscar Isaac wakes up from his bed and his ankle's chained. And then he talks to his fish and gets a voicemail from his mum. And he's all in his British accent. He's like, "Hey, Mum.
Mum, it's me, Mum.
Yeah, I'm meant to be an American actor, but I'm playing a British character. It feels like I'm watching some Peep Show knockoff." And then he goes on a bus late for work. But he does the classic, like, taxi, but it's a shit bus. And then he falls asleep. And then that's all I've seen. So that's like literally a 3-minute review of Moon Knight episode 1.
Oh,
so
that's
far.
cool. There you go.
That's
So,
all I've seen.
there's your Moon Knight content,
That's all I've
ladies
seen.
and gentlemen.
And hopefully, you know, a transformation would be nice, unless that is the cliffhanger.
We had some news and some things. You've seen a new movie you can give us a rundown of.
Of course.
I've not yet, but I'm looking
No.
forward to because The Bubble comes out on Friday.
The Bubble?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's the Karen Gillan movie. It's where
Yes.
they have to isolate on set.
You know, when you said The Bubble, I thought Jake Gyllenhaal one. That is it. Bubble Boy, Bubble Man, Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy Man.
The old Jake Gyllenhaal one, but yeah, it's called something Bubbles. The Bubbles. But yeah, Karen Gillan in The
What
Bubble.
are you driving, you bastard?
Bubbles. Unless he's selling bubbles.
But
And then there was a Netflix thing I sent you with Otis Asa Butterfield.
yes, that's a
I
thing.
don't know what the hell it was called. Like the
So,
I want to say the Carnage, but
should we get into... Because some big things happened as well. We'll leave them for sort of later on.
yeah.
We'll start with the one that we can just sort of get out of the way, which is arguably quite big because we haven't heard anything about it in months. The fact that we got the broadcast date for Legend of the Sea Devils.
That's right. Yes.
Easter Sunday.
It is Easter Sunday.
The 17th of April, 2022 AD.
Time slot?
Nope. We did get like brief synopsis back. But,
Okay, what? I haven't read it. What is it?
let me find it while you talk about the
What?
flag that
The
they had
flag?
in the poster. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right. So, yes, I'm going to get it up. So, the Sea Devils special.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find it.
There we go, there's the thread.
I've got pictures of the Sea Devils. I don't want them. Yeah, so they're Sea Devil pirates-ish from the looks of it. It's like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but they've replaced it with a devil face. Mephisto confirmed for Doctor Who.
Yes.
Um,
In a swashbuckling special adventure, the Doctor, brackets Jodie Whittaker, yes, brackets Mandip Gill, and Dan the Man, John Bishop,
yeah.
is, a pop-up for join the adventures and get your emails for the... No, thanks.
Yeah, no emails, thanks.
Come face to Finn, haha, with one of the Doctor's
Tally-ho.
oldest adversities, the Sea Devils. Oldest adversaries, but we've not seen them since
1984. Warriors of the Deep.
Are they in Warriors of the Deep?
Yeah, the Pete
That-
Davison shit, yeah.
Because I know that the Silurians are in it, but the Sea Devils are in it as well.
Yeah, it was a crossover thing, and then it was panned. It was panned.
It was like Avengers
Yeah, but with
with-
mythical
but with,
space
yeah.
sci-fi aliens.
with prehistoric under the earth creatures.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was. Do you know what it is? Warriors of the Deep. Peter Davison's era in general, fucking boring. Like criminally,
He had COVID back then.
criminally underserved by terrible scripts. If they'd have all been as good as Case of Androzani, maybe he'd have fucking stayed. But
Yeah, the raggedy old TARDIS of mine.
after all, That's how it all got cancelled.
Yeah.
Because isn't that the one that Michael Grade saw the Merca and was like,
Yeah,
this show is terrible.
The Merca, that's it. Yeah, the Merca.
That's actually what it's called.
Yeah,
so I remember the Merca, but I don't remember.
I've not even seen the episode. I've not even seen the episode.
Two-man in a rubbery wet dragon costume.
Absolutely.
But that rubbery wet dragon costume is not in Legend of the Sea Devils. Why has legendary pirate queen Madame Ching come searching for a lost treasure? What terrifying forces lurk beneath the oceans of the 19th century?
Atlantis on a budget.
And did Yaz really have to dress down as a pirate? Further transition details will announce.
So does that mean Dan's losing his hand, so he becomes Captain Hook, and then someone in that episode is going to become Peter Pan? It's going to become a weird Neverland crossover.
And then she never regenerates.
Yeah, and because the Doctor is Peter Pan, never grows old.
Legend of the Sea Devils is the second in a trio of specials airing in 2022. So we know that it's Sunday, April 17th. And we know sort of from a Russell interview Zoom thing that the last special is going to be around October. Because when was the BBC founded? Was it October?
I just read autumn 2022, but let's just check BBC.
Because he was in it while you search for that.
BBC history.
He was asked about like obviously like Doctor Who coming up, people are excited back, and he was like, look, Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker are still in charge until October, so don't just let's enjoy what we have left.
18th of October 1922.
So there we go. So that's when it's going to be. It's going to be 100 years ago. The Doctor Who special will be on.
Blimey.
So around then, which is weird because you would hold out Doctor Who for its own anniversary, not for the anniversary of the channel that it was on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, 59th birthday, we're changing again. Let's all come back here next year, and hopefully it's Lydia West, Tania Miller, or Joe Martin. Yeah. That's how I would play it. That's what I would do if I was a man.
If I were a man.
If I was a Sea Devil. Yeah, but I'm looking for... Because we've not heard anything in 3 months.
No.
And...
feels like forever.
It's nice that we know that, it's coming out. I feel like we should have, had a trailer by now.
Absolutely.
And 2, maybe been told the release date,
Did they not watch No Way Home? Did they not watch the social media? Is their social media manager not pay attention to that kind of mark and go, oh, you know what, we should do something similar?
Do you know what we should do when the Jodie Whittaker era has concluded? Is I kind of want to do this retrospective, maybe in an episode of this or in a separate video where we just talk about the era as a whole, because I think the marketing strategy has been strange. It's been the Broadchurch route of no, we keep everything close to our chest, which worked for, I think, the best for Series 11, but then it was yeah, but we kind of want to know
something, anything.
Because you look at the RTD era, you look at the majority
of what Moffat-ish.
I'd sort of say the vast majority, because it was a lot more
Matt Smith
prominent in the Smith era, and then scattered throughout the body. It was just more open. You had obviously Confidential, so that would draw people into the whole behind the scenes working aspect. You would never get a Confidential show under Chibnall or Zero, I don't think, because it would just be what can we show you? Nothing.
Oh look,
Chris
history. Here's a book.
This is my computer. I've just ordered Deliveroo for lunch. But and they were always you always had would have either David, Catherine, I think Freema was John Barrowman, Matt, Karen, you would have Peter, Jenna, they'd all be on the Graham Norton show or something
to promote it.
Not all at the same time, because that would have been really confusing for 2005. Who the fuck are all these people?
Who are you?
Where am I? Who am I? And who are you? So I reordered it. So you know how the collection ones go out of print.
Mm-hmm.
The season 24 one still hasn't, and it's dropped down to 37. And because my disc tray ripped the back and fell off, I ordered another one. So then I'm sending the ripped one back. Because that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
That is how you do it, yeah.
Because that one and the season 17, which is the most recent one before 22, because that release date's gone. But we'll talk about that.
Great! Amazing!
But that one's not ripped. It's just the glue dots are either they're not enough or not sticky enough, because it's just coming off, and I've literally had to go around and check all of them and press them back down. And it might be a thing of if they just fall off on their own that I get strong or just super glue the fucker to the back.
Yeah.
Which I don't really want to do, because then if it falls off again, then that's the whole back done. And I think I'm at the point where if I leave it another month, then the things going to go out of print.
Of course.
Because the Sharda one, the season 17 one, technically, the Sharda one is still like on there at normal price, and then this one was like 35. So I ordered that yesterday, and then I'm sending that back today because now I've got one that is in a lot better condition and actually stuck to the fucking disc case. But yeah, I don't know what the whole Chibnall era
agenda is. Yeah,
agenda. Almost as bad as Will Smith slapping a comedian.
Or a certain Rock.
Yes.
Not the Rock. Unfortunately, if it was Dwayne the Rock Johnson, then But yeah,
because the Oscars did happen, and I think
I kind of forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I kind of forgot until Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in the face.
That's all I heard. Yeah,
but yeah, we'll probably, because we normally do a breakdown of it, so we'll probably. I think maybe we'll go into that next week because we've got a special guest, Michael. Because next week is Morbius week.
Yeah, I've got it booked tomorrow. Whether or not it goes ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it beforehand and space.
Can't wait to get that film out of the way. Can't wait to get out of the way.
See all the opening reviews. It's terrible. Apparently, so Sony are gonna confirm who the Spider-Man is in their universe soon. The post-credit scene is confused. Have you heard any of the early reviews? Some of them are a little spoilery. Well, not majorly, but it's just with the whole Michael Keaton thing.
Yeah.
So the director was asked is it the same culture from the MCU? Yes, because if you look, because he's recruiting the Sinister Six.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you look at his costume, it's clearly not exactly the same one because he has found a way. He found a way to travel to a different universe during the No Way Home stuff. So I'm guessing something happened in the prison. Because was he confirmed to be in Blackgate or Ravencroft or something? I
believe so. Yeah, because the last time we saw him on screen, he was with Scorpion in the Homecoming post-credit, talking about doing something.
I'm not going to tell you who he is because he saved my daughter's life.
Yeah, and then that was it. He was in prison.
So I think the Ravencroft that's we've got the Carnage Man in it in the Sony universe, then there's a dimensional tear or something, and he's jumped across
because of what happened in No Way Home.
Because he's got no life really in his MCU
not anymore
thing.
No.
And if he disappears, that's kind of good for the MCU government, because they're well, we don't have to deal with this prisoner,
this asshole.
He's just upped and fucked off. But he's clearly going to assemble the Sinister Six.
We'll put a pen on that.
Yeah, and then Sony are saying how they will then, they'll fight their Spider-Man, but, it won't stop a future team up because, the rumoured, symbiote, homeworld thing with all the
hybrid and stuff.
Peter Capaldi as...
What, as Venom?
If Woody Harrelson can do it, why can't Peter Capaldi
be Venom?
Fuck a Venom, a Carnage, the fucking Riot, Starscream, Optimus Prime, I don't know,
Megatron.
But so
he'd be interesting.
Yes, we'll probably maybe go into the Oscars. I think Michael will have some opinions on it, but it also means that we do have a release date, because I messaged Will and I was like, "Do you want to be on the Legend of the Sea Devils one?" And he was like, "Yeah, I just don't know when it is." So now we know when it is.
Good. Okay, yeah. So you can put that in his diary.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's handy.
So.
Oh.
So it's still rumoured that Andrew Garfield's obviously going to be the...
I'm hoping it's him.
I think it would make more sense for it to be him.
It should be him.
Because of the text and because of the, where the
universe...
Oscorp
building, exactly.
All the sides of the universe point to the Mark Webb universe.
In that interview you were leaking about, we knew before, but the Venom and Morbius are in the same universe anyway. So it makes
because
sense.
He references him, doesn't he?
Yeah. I am Venom.
But obviously, the reviews say that the best thing about the film is and always will be Matt Smith, which is not really surprising, because he was asked in the interview, would you rather do a Morbius sequel with Jared Leto or be Doctor Who again with Karen Gillan? And he was like, Doctor Who all day long.
quote for quote.
Yeah, he was like, it's the best. It was the best job in the world, and Karen is just as amazing now as she's ever been, and maybe we should make Arthur Darvill be there, because everyone seems to forget that he was in it as well.
But if old Sir Edgar Wright wants to give me a call, then I'll be more than glad to come back and make the British cinema reviving again.
Would you... Oh, God, I really hope he's back for the 60th. Have you seen this look at Nick Cage as Dracula in his Dracula film?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Nick Cage is playing Dracula. Look,
not in the unbearable weight of ego, Nicolas Cage.
Different film, I
think. I saw a trailer for that again.
Let me Google Nicolas Cage. Oh,
I thought it was animated. He's actually playing live action Count Dracula.
Nicolas
Is this What We Do in the Shadows movie?
Oh my god, I would honestly.
The hell, he's playing Dracula. I thought he was animated.
There's Dracula on Renfield. What's it called? Renfield. Nicolas Cage to playing Dracula in Renfield.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
I think it is based on some ancient vampire. Right. Yeah. Hang on. I want to know this now.
You Google that. Well, I tell you something that happened in life. Yeah, so we'll maybe pick up the Oscars next week. Basically, Will Smith laughed at a joke about his wife, and then decided he didn't like the joke, and then slapped Chris Rock.
Slap.
Not saying that Chris Rock's in the right for making the joke, but Ricky Gervais has made much to drag him into it is a bit shitty, but he's made much worse jokes when he's hosted the Golden Globes, and it's just one of them things that it's a long night doing those award shows, and that's part of being entertainment. And in context, what he said, in terms of because she's got alopecia, so the joke about the G.I. Jane thing.
Yeah.
Insensitive, yes, but also someone I guarantee would have said something a lot worse. So, I'm not condoning it, but also it's not the worst thing he could have said. Just like what these people said about Morbius. I'll read you some of the things, the reactions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
go on.
At Sab Astley, Morbius is about as bad as you were expecting. A 2005 plot collides with a visually confusing CGI to create a bit of a snooze fest.
Mm-hmm.
But don't worry, they've saved the worst part for last, featuring some of the worst post-credit scenes you've ever seen. Sony are off their rocker. At Cam Zoog, Morbius is just as disjointed and boring as you'd expect it to be. Clearly butchered by an edit by a studio who had no clue what they wanted to do with it. Not that there's a good film trapped in there either.
Jesus Christ. It feels like a Fox movie. It's going to be an early 2000 Fox movie.
It's going to feel like...
It's
going to feel like, the Sony movies they would have made, post Spider-Man 3 / Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it's just here's the things.
That's that shit era, yeah.
At Nicola Oss says, Morbius is unfortunately not great, and definitely not as fun as Venom. Really confused at the future of the Sony Spider-Verse following the post-credit scenes and the editing.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know whether she's confused by the editing or just saying editing for the emphasis of, it's bad.
Yeah.
Escaper Film Club. Morbius proves that no matter how many famous faces or shiny visuals you squeeze in, Sony will always find a way to impressively misunderstand basic storytelling. That's probably my favourite one.
Yeah, I like that one. I like the articulate of it. So good job.
And Ren Geekness. The bad plotting and messy CGI, confusing editing, and worse sound mixing result in an absolute incoherence, but the post-credits managed to outdo it all.
So basically, it's going to be Let There Be Carnage. You're not paying for the movie. You're just wanting to see the very end.
So if you were looking forward to Morbius...
who was?
Don't. But you know what you can look forward to, maybe, because it'll probably be just as shit, or maybe slightly better than Morbius, but slightly less better than Venom.
And what's that?
It's Craven the Hunter that's been filming in London town. Because I saw a thing on TikTok ages ago. It's new Spider-Man film. Someone had obviously walked around and seen the sets up and stuff. And it's new Spider-Man film, and I'd forgotten that Craven the Hunter was happening. I was like,
what on earth is this?
I was like, is it
what year is this?
Is it Morbius 2?
Sinister 6.5?
Is it Black Cat Silver Sable movie coming out?
Yeah, is it one of them?
It's there's a stunt double for obviously
Silk, the
Aaron Taylor Johnson that's hanging off the back of a car that's going through some traffic, and obviously there's people because I screenshotted that, but I can't find the video because
that's currently January 2023. So it makes sense
until it gets pushed back again.
Until
we'll fucking see about that. Obviously Moon Knight came out, so we got run times of the episodes.
Oh, good. Okay. Because I know
the first 4.
Oh, all right. Because there's 6.
Yes, which I think 6 is It worked for Hawkeye. It worked for Loki because I don't think they could have stretched out anymore.
No.
Was Falcon and Winter Soldier 6?
That was 6.
Was it?
That was
Fuck
6.
me, that felt like
that episode 3 felt like 10 minutes, and then the rest of it was just exposition.
I like that. Like we said before, it's the length of the series doesn't matter. It's the length of the episodes that they will use to their advantage. Of like, we only need this many episodes. We'll just make this a bit longer to do a bit more of this, or a bit slow because you can like do this or whatever.
Yeah.
So episode 1, 45 minutes. Episode 2, 50.
Okay.
Episode 3, 50. Episode 4, 51 minutes.
Oh, so we're getting a short straw today.
But I'm guessing that it'll get to like an hour for the last one. Because they'll have to squeeze in me, Kit Harington.
Post cameo scene,
post credit scene.
Look, we've got a vampire. His name's Little. Oh, I mean Morbius. He's part of the.
I've got Morbius with me. My best friend, me and my friend Matt Smith. Who was in a movie film called Morbius, the Living Vampire. Even though it wasn't, it was just called Morbius. So no one really knows what Morbius is in the general fucking public.
I certainly don't. He's a villain, yet he's an anti-hero. So whatever. Yeah. All right. Cool. He's a vampire, eats people, yet he's an anti-hero.
Do you like Chris Evans, right? You liked Chris Evans in the Marvel
Chris
films?
Evans? Yeah. He was like the icon.
He
was Team Cap all the way.
He's your favourite Human Torch, right?
Yes, I want to say the only, but yeah, no, he was.
Hey,
yeah.
Michael B. Jordan was the only good thing about that film.
Can't even remember it, but no, I'll tell you what. Michael B. Jordan's great in everything I've seen him in, so,
Exactly. But Chris Evans is rumoured to appear as President Rogers, similar to the clip we saw in Multiverse in What If in the Multiverse, and in What If when the Watchers fight in Infinity-Tron, and then you see him taking the oath and being sworn in. It's rumoured to that be his cameo to take place in the same universe as Tom Cruise's Iron Man.
Dearly me, would it be them in like the White House?
Oh, fuck knows.
Whack.
This cat is. Can you just
Spider
cat?
Spider cat. He just wants his 10 seconds of fame.
Have you got anything to say, Poppy? No.
It's
good.
Emilia
Clarke's role in Secret Invasion has been secret for a very long time, but rumours.
Obviously, it's been secretly revealed.
Well, rumours are rife that she is playing Varanki, the Queen of the Skrull Empire.
Oh, okay.
Because we debated: is she human? Is she Skrull? Is she a bit of both? And the answer is.
She's going to be painted green.
Yeah.
We know.
That's the truth of it.
She's going to be painted green.
I just hope Emilia Clarke's good. Because I know that Olivia Colman's going to be great because she's a fabulous actress who can fucking knock it out of the park for anything. Mm-hmm. Emilia Clarke has had the unfortunate thing of everything she's been in that's not Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Questionable.
Her character in Solo. Do you remember it? Because I don't.
No, it could have been anybody. Yeah. The only, I'd say decent, Last Christmas. That could have been anybody.
Yeah. And arguably it still can be, but that's the only time when I'm like, oh, she's doing a thing that's,
it's nice.
The writing's a bit shit, but she's doing something.
Yeah, exactly. She's contributing to society.
She's done a thing.
Exactly.
Well done, you. And the rumour for the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness post-credit scene is that Mr. Fantastic, played by Matt Berry himself.
My God.
No, played by Ewan Gruffydd. So, for you guys, for Queen's English, that's original Fox one from 2005 and 2007, not
the one that
Miles
you grew up
Teller.
With. Yeah, no, who's that guy?
It'd be wicked if his one shows up and then just gets dispatched of by Shimagora instantly.
Oh yeah.
But he's going to apparently be the only surviving member of the original Illuminati, and the scene heavily indicates that he is the main antagonist for the upcoming Fantastic Four film.
Hey, he's the antagonist. So it's Fantastic Four Doctor Doom movie.
Now I am all up for Doctor Doom not being the villain in the first Fantastic Four movie.
I feel like the character's got to be introduced, but just not be the villain.
Introduced, seed him, have him be. Because he could be Loki level in terms of... He could be an Avengers level threat, but he's not up there with Thanos...
Galactus and whoever they're going to do.
And who is it that we're on now?
Kang.
Kang.
That's the one. Yeah, Kang.
Because it literally was it's Jonathan Majors, but it's like, no, Jonathan Majors is a nice bloke.
Bang. Dang, it's Kang, yeah.
But yeah, so that's interesting.
He's the villain. So unless something happens in multiverse, maybe it's a bit of the Scarlet Witch finger wipe spell.
Finger wipe. I'm gonna finger wipe you, see?
Yeah, I mean, she did it to Tony Stark, so maybe unless it's like a hypnotic mind control influence spell or something, I don't know. I can't see
it's interesting to have your first Fantastic Four film be like, hey, do you remember that Fantastic Four from when you were kids?
He's a dickhead.
Yeah, he's a dickhead, and we're gonna kill him.
And we're going to kill him.
But we long standing, basically since the trailer, basically confirmed that the Illuminati will be sort of disbanded of, but then a new one will be formed with Doctor Strange maybe taking Mordo's place, or like Iron Man's place.
He will oversee the MCU's version in the future, and then
because that does make sense. Like, if you were going to do the Illuminati, I like it more as an interdimensional thing than,
of course,
let's introduce a brand new
these
Professor
characters
X
from all these universes that you haven't hidden. Yeah, exactly.
Because then that's the drawing of just like the cameo of, we got Patrick Stewart back for this thing.
Hopefully not for a second, but yeah, he's from that dimension that you grew up with.
And when he visits him, like, you get maybe like one Hugh Jackman cameo. Like,
exactly. Yeah, of course.
Like, that's how you would do it in terms of like looking like. The only thing I'm worried about is obviously like we've had multiverse in No Way Home, and we've had this.
In a way, it's like No Way Home Part 2.
Yeah, I don't want the multiverse to like end, but I don't want every film to
revolve around the same character four times.
And we're bringing back Wesley Snipes for
some reason
for the Blade film because Blade's gonna meet himself, and it's like I don't
God.
want it to eat its own tail, but I also like
so quick.
I'm here for it.
Not so quick.
I don't want it to go away, but I want it to be in service of the story, not just a. I think it can, and I think the Illuminati can work with and here's these from all these universes because these are the cleverest minds, and they come together to save the greater,
the whole
reality,
realm
really.
Of existence. Yeah, exactly. Every single
I still
matter.
think Doctor Strange will join it with. It'd be really funny if Patrick Stewart, Professor X, was killed off and then is replaced by James McAvoy, Professor X.
I mean, that would be a twist because he said in interviews, he's like, "No, have you been asked in Doctor Strange?" No.
Yeah, because he was on Instagram Live as well, wasn't it? Like, are you in Doctor Strange? No.
It was like, okay, we'll see.
He always seemed like the most up for coming back.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
and it's just
I pictured him coming back. So yeah.
Because I think in an ideal world you wouldn't have done Dark Phoenix and you would have had them carry over because you fix the thing of like it's been 10 years between every film and these guys are meant to be in their 60s in Dark Phoenix and clearly Michael Fassbender is still very much in his 40s.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys look great for the last 40 years.
What skincare have you been using? Have you been visiting Ant-Man? Does he exist in that universe? Is he Paul Rudd around? Yeah.
But, I would have loved them to be in it, but I think it's going to be interesting of how they tackle these characters having their own versions, because a lot of it's going to be like, but you've shown that you can get the ones from other universes.
Totally, yeah.
And I think Fantastic Four is going to be the easiest one to recast because it's been so long since a Fantastic Four movie, and Ewan Grufford turning up possibly in Multiverse of Madness in whatever capacity is a nice treat of. Oh yeah, like that film that everyone thought was shit back in the day, like that everyone actually really enjoyed over the 2015 version.
Yeah, no, it deserves to be remembered.
It's a victory lap. The same with what's his face playing Black Bolt.
And I'll say Ansel Elgort. That's the wrong guy.
It's similar to that, and I nearly said that, but
it's Ansel something.
The man who plays Black Bolt is not a sex offender. We hope at the time of recording nothing has happened.
Yeah, fast forward.
Because I think he could still do MCU Black Bolt because. Maybe they make Inhumans canon, but like as a loose, like in the same way they're making Daredevil of like
Anson Mount. That's his name, Anson Mount.
Maybe you do it in the same realm with Daredevil. It's like this happened, but you don't have to have watched it for you to get it because we're still going to kind of do it anyway. It's just the public consciousness of these characters. But obviously that series was so forgettable that you could arguably just be like,
it didn't happen.
Did
it happen?
We're doing it again, but this time we'll actually make it a movie.
He's going to be the one that stays, but then the rest of them could be recast. Perhaps. Maybe.
I don't know. Do you still think Halle Berry's going to turn up? Halle Berry.
If we actually go to the old retro X-Men land...
Nice for her to actually do something. Because she doesn't really do anything in the X-Men films.
She did do something in Moonfall this year. But I mean, she could have been played by anyone. But at least she was in Moonfall.
She was in Moonfall. And I can't wait for that to come out on Blu-ray and watch it.
It's a shame we're not getting a 4K of it, though.
Are we not?
We're not getting a 4K, which is a bit odd.
What is the fucking point, then?
I know.
But,
I don't know if America got it or not, but it's like, why have we not got 4K?
What is the fucking point of the DC universe?
I wonder that every minute of every single day.
Because Ezra Miller's been arrested in a bar in Hawaii.
What a role model.
For drunken disorderly behaviour, snatching, or like yelling obscenities and abusing people, like overdoing the karaoke. And one of the bits in the article was, and he tried to, steal a man's darts while he was playing. It's like this. I know this is reaching for shit.
Jesus Christ.
But also,
he tried to steal a man's darts.
It's like, I've never really, since the whole choking thing, like Ezra Miller being a public figure and a superhero role model to children is a bit like, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
I'm good. Don't know about you, but I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm losing interest in the guy every single thing I read about him. I'm just like, the biggest flashpoint in real life would have been if Grant Gustin would have been the Flash in the movies.
Do you reckon it's too late to replace?
It is now.
No,
it's gone.
Yeah, it's CGI Grant Gustin's face over Ezra Miller's face.
Why not? Some fan on YouTube probably edit the whole movie and just do that. Deep fakes.
Because I saw the Batman again, and I was laughing when it got to that trailer at the end, and it was like, none of that's coming out this year.
I still didn't watch the post credit, but it's like, that's a shame. They should have removed it.
Apart from Black Adam.
At least that's something.
Yeah. Shazam, Black Adam, that's for me. That's enough.
Fine.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Peacemaker's on HBO. No, it's
now
on
TV
TV now in the UK.
You looked at it at all yet?
No, I do want to. I'll wait for payday next week and maybe rent it for a little bit. What does this cat want?
Oh, you haven't got Now TV?
No, I did back in the day, but then it was like...
Yeah. Okay.
I got rid of Netflix because Lara pays for it and we didn't need both of us paying for it. So I do Amazon Prime and Disney Plus because I do it yearly. Yeah. And then, we don't have BritBox because fucking no one does.
Exactly, no. Who has BritBox?
Because do you know what? I think the animations are dead. Because BritBox UK calls time on its original productions.
Oh.
So there's no chance of it picking up the animation reconstructions, really.
Blimey. Oh.
For the Doctor Who stories that are lost.
Oh.
Just for you, here's a picture of a Batman Oreo.
Did you actually buy a packet?
No, I kind of bought something. It was like...
That's why not?
Like, look at that. That's cool.
Gone. Dead. I killed a Batman.
Literally the most pointless bit of merchandising. I wish we had the big tin popcorn buckets.
Popcorn. Of Batman.
You liked No Tim to Die.
Yeah, I hate Tim's. Yeah, it's about time Tim dies. Yeah.
Amazon Prime Video has greenlit James Bond television series.
Time to Die, folks. The making of No Time to Die.
So I read this and I was like, okay, cool. But then they tell us what it is, all right? Okay. And I just want to see your face drop for a second.
I just thought, all I see is 007. I haven't read the post, so yeah. All right.
007's Road to a Million. Filming starts on an unscripted series this year and will see contestants completing in a global adventure to win the ultimate prize of £1 million.
It's a game show.
It's like a rat race around the world.
It's a fucking game show.
Yes.
To win money. Oh, what?
Should we make a TV show with Nomi? Because she was a really good, compelling character in No Time to Die and very progressive for the James Bond series as a whole. Nah, fuck it. Let's
make her a cash prize.
Let's make some people run around the fucking planet and, find some shitty clues from a treasure hunt and win £1 million.
What the hell? It's like, I'll say Total Wipeout. I can't think of a game show, but essentially...
do you know what? I'd rather people did Total Wipeout in a full tuxedo
why not?
while a man dressed as Objob, threw knives at them.
Why not? Yeah. Shaken and stirred, or you'll die. Yeah. Oh, God damn it, really?
Yes.
A game show.
Yeah, literally. So that's what the James Bond content we're getting from Amazon Prime, folks.
Oh, fucking hell.
I hope you're all excited.
Oh, I know I am.
But yeah, so that's that.
Jesus.
And what else? What else really happened? So here's a funny meme of It's movies that were released in 2021 in which Benedict Cumberbatch puts on an American accent, has a strange relationship with a boy in his late teens named Peter, who has a dead dad, telling the boy at some point in the film not to call him sir. And the list is Spider-Man No Way Home and The Power of the Dog.
Well, I mean, yeah. It's got to happen in that film as well.
Yeah. Just like Sydney Sweeney is officially joining Sony's Spider-Man universe. According to Variety, the Euphoria and White Lotus star has officially joined the cast of Madam Web, Sony's first female-centric superhero film, and will co-star opposite Dakota Johnson, who has been cast in the titular role.
Who's she playing? Webling? Web daughter?
All it literally all it says is that.
Daughter
If you can find out who she's playing, you can fucking have the glory. Don't you tell me, Fennec Shan, that I don't know how to fucking run an empire.
I've only got 3 more episodes left of season 2. Because I mean, Mark Hamill turning up.
Yeah.
That was something. Mark Hamill turning up in season 2. I wasn't expecting him to, out of all people, to be in it.
What, Mandalorian?
Yeah, what we do in the shadows.
Oh, what was you? Oh,
yeah, not Mandalorian. Wait, does Pedro Pascal in it? Is he in it as well?
Oh yeah, because it's the
what is it?
Jackie Daytona.
Yeah,
just a humble bar
owner, Jackie Daytona.
And then it ends with him burning it down. That's honestly what we do in the shadows is one of the
Jackie
best
Daytona
TV shows in the last
10 years.
10 years maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Honestly,
say
it is. Yeah, 10 years at least. Yeah. I don't even watch that much TV, but it's incredible. The
It
film
is.
was incredible.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Series is
it's
incredible.
brilliant. But do you know what's not brilliant?
No. No shadows.
Did I tell you about this last week?
Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Suspense is building. What on earth have you got to tell
Oh
me?
no, because I told you about Chief by a Dozen and Turning Red, didn't I? But I
Yeah, you
a
did.
new film. I've seen 5 films. So a new one came out on streaming.
Oh.
And for me, Connor, so far, this is my least favourite film of the year. Spoilers, Batman's still at the top. But that's because I've not seen Doctor Strange yet.
Oh, no one has. That's fine. Yeah. What is it? What did you stream this
Are
week?
you a fan, or ever been a fan, you know, in your youth, of the animated film series Ice Age?
Oh, Scrat's Tales Gone Wild, or Scrat's Wild Tale, or something stupid, isn't it? I've not.
The Ice Age.
I thought it was out soon.
Adventures of Buck Wild.
Oh, it's Buck Wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Weasel
Yeah.
from number 3, played by Simon Pegg,
Yeah.
who then elects to stay in... I can't believe we're talking about Ice Age. Who then elects to stay in the land of the dinosaurs.
I love the first 2. I can't remember if I saw the third one, and then I didn't see the fourth.
I think the first one is
They're the best.
really good.
Yeah.
The second one is great. Like, it was always one of the things that when it would come out that you'd see it. Like, I saw...
Yeah,
the last one I saw at the cinema was number 3.
Mm.
I've seen number 4 on Sky Movies because that's Drift Apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that because there was a bit of a gap between them all, wasn't there? So it was like
And then
the gap
Collision Course. Is that a 5th one, or
Collision
is that the
Course
third
is
one?
the 5th one because it's an asteroid in space that's gonna.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh, great.
And then Buck Wild comes back for that one. Like he's in Dawn of the Dinosaurs because they've the family keeps getting bigger and like she's pregnant, she's gonna have the baby, and then the daughter's older because it's the pirate one in Continental Drift. No, Drift Apart.
Oh.
Continental Drift. I don't fucking know.
God, how many is there? 6 or 5? I thought there was 5.
We're 6 now because the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild.
I thought it was a series that was coming out soon. I didn't realise it was out soon.
No.
It's a
my dear boy.
movie.
It's a movie. Well, you can call it a lot of things, and I think movie would be a stretch.
Right, oh God, okay.
Let me get Ice Age up for you now. All right.
Does it have a second and third act, or is it just one big pile of... Right, we'll do this, we'll go that.
No,
look,
no,
Ice Age is falling. Fight, and that's
I feel like it doesn't have a second. I feel like it goes from... it has the Venom.
Yeah,
the Venom Let There Be Carnage problem of...
It is Let There Be
Here's the
Carnage.
beginning. Oh, shit, it's the end.
Yeah.
So where's the link to the... I hate when Wikipedia doesn't have a link to the franchise. There we go. Ice Age franchise. So the first film was 2002.
Jeez, what an old... It makes you sound old.
And then 2006. So a bit of a
Uh-huh,
gap. 2009.
2009.
2012. 2016. And now...
In 2022.
Yeah, so we've not had anything for 6 years. And technically we still didn't because Simon Pegg is the only original voice actor in this film.
Continuity matters, folks.
Which I think is down to the fact that the really good characters that we know and love, Manny, Sid, Diego, Ellie, even Crash and Eddie, who are very main characters in the film, because they're the Possum Brothers that are played by Josh Peck and Sean William Scott in the rest of them.
Yeah, that's right.
From 2 onwards, obviously. They are not in it either.
Wow, I'm disappointed big time.
Yeah, and
What the hell?
this is the first time really. That I know, like before we've watched the films, it's like, is this been made with this is for Disney Plus in mind? And like with the market, and I wondered like during the marketing why it's like only Simon Pegg is talking about this film because he's the only fucker in it.
Great.
It has received generally negative reviews from critics who have criticised its recasting of voice actors, lack of primary focus on the title characters, animation quality. Yes, because the animation does look patchy. So obviously because Blue Sky Studios that famous for robots and Ice Age as well, shut down over was it like last year or like the year before?
I think it was last year. I remember Blue Sky.
So they obviously picked it up and then were like, oh, obviously because they own it now out of owning Fox, and it's like we don't need another animation studio. So the animation does look slightly to the left, if you get what I mean. It's like
it hasn't moved on.
It's there. No, it's like they got the first. It's like they got the character models from like the films,
the old ones,
and took it back a render.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Okay.
The primary lack of focus on the titular characters, animation quality, the absence of Scrat the squirrel is not in the film.
What?
And the decision to make the movie without the involvement of Blue Sky Studios. So obviously, like they didn't get any of the people that before they closed the studio, they didn't get any of the people that worked on the films to be like, "Hey, do you want to help us make? Do you want to actually have a job and make this Ice Age film?" So,
with any knowledge of this franchise, you would have come on board and give us a little tiny steer.
I think this is well and true. Laurie Fault talked about the possibility of a sequel. I think it's a little premature. We hope that people will respond to this and that will promote us to do another movie if the audiences want it. We've got plenty of ideas. There's no end to ideas and adventures and characters, so we're ready if they're ready.
I don't think we are. I don't think we are. No, I'm not ready after hearing all of that.
So you've got Simon Pegg as fucking hell.
As a cat's tail.
As a cat's arse in my mouth.
Cat's tail.
Simon Pegg as Buck Wild. Vincent Tong and Aaron Harris as Crash and Eddie.
Okay.
You've got Utkasar Budkar as Orson, a villainous dinosaur, because I don't know how to pronounce that dinosaur word. Justina Machado as Z. Okay, so here's the original cast, right? So you've got Sean Kenin Elias Reyes as Manny.
Cool, okay. At least he's in it.
Who, to be fair to him, sounds the most like their original voice actor. Okay. He sounds about, if you close your eyes, and like you weren't paying full attention, you'd be like,
that's him.
Ray Romano sounds a bit different.
He's reincarnated.
Jake Green as Sid, doing a really bad. Is it John DiMaggio?
I don't even know who voiced the characters.
I think it's John DiMaggio.
Sid the Star.
Skylar Stone as Diego.
Yeah, John Leguizamo.
Oh, John Leguizamo.
John that one.
John DiMaggio. No, John DiMaggio is Bender. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, it's because I'm watching Futurama from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, so John Leguizamo plays Sid, and Jake Green sounds nothing like him. Skylar Stone, however, sounds quite a bit like old Dennis Leary himself as Diego, so that's not bad. Dominic Jennings as Ellie, a woolly mammoth that adopted the wife of Manny and the adopted sister of Crash and Eddie.
I'm a man.
Obviously not being played by Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I get it because they're in it so little. They're in it like a bit at the beginning to sort of be like, oh, and here's the characters you know and love, and this is what they're up to. But it feels so very straight to DVD, and I hate it.
Yeah, it does sound.
It does sound with a passion.
Oh dear.
It's just terrible. Like the pacing's like it's only like an hour and 20 minutes, but
it was the longest hour and 20 minutes of your life.
It felt forever. But having like a small child in the house, like she loved it. But
of course,
it's like you're not old enough to know what quality is yet, child.
Yeah. Aww.
But it had animals in it, and it tided her over for an hour, and then got bored. So that says a lot when you can't keep a 3-year-old's attention.
Oh. I actually did forget it was coming out. I saw an
Instagram
post. Yeah, same. I thought it was soon,
so
like in a month's time.
It came out on Friday, and I wish it had stayed there.
It could have been something to watch when I was off.
Do you know what I would do? Watch all of the others.
Oh yeah, I might
watch that one and then be like, "What the fuck is this?
What the hell is this?" Glenn Fandango.
Oh look, a gun.
Oh look, ice. Oh look, it's a rock.
Untitled 7th film.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah. Do you know what it would happen with? It would happen if maybe they got the original cast back. Yeah, because look, you got
just a hint,
like they were just so well cast. Like, and not being funny, and this is no insult to their careers, but they're not terribly busy people. Like Josh Peck had his Turner and Hooch Disney Plus series cancelled.
No,
Sean William Scott, is good. What's that fucking? Yeah, so Simon Pegg was in 3. He was mentioned in 4, and then was back in 5, and then was in this one, which is technically 6. But do you know what it looks like when you watch the movie? It's like all of the movie's budget was spent on Simon Pegg's wages.
Jesus
clearly.
Christ. Oh, I can't wait. I need to look at it. I actually need to look.
You'll know what the animation style is when you see it. But do you know what was good?
Yeah,
I don't know because I didn't see it, but you did. The Lost City.
Originally of D, which the D got revealed, and it's a very long word, and it meant something in the plot, but I can't be bothered to pronounce it. It's like Din Nagozan. It's the Lost City of Mandalorian. That's right. It's a Star Wars crossover.
So you get going on the plot. I just need a tissue for my nose.
So, the Lost City of Atlantis, maybe of I can't think of any more lost cities. Of the future. No. So, the Lost City of the Raiders of the Lost Ark, maybe? The Lost City of Doom? Wherever it is, it's the Lost City. Yeah, I'm going to. So, essentially, for those of you that may or may not have seen the trailer, if you've bothered to go out to your local cinema, you definitely have seen it advertised at one point. It's essentially, Sandra Bullock is this rom-com book-all fair, who's almost kind of... Yeah, she's recluse. I mean, she doesn't give a damn about her books, but she's written these...
Chardonnay in the bath, doesn't she?
She
that
does.
Was in the trailer.
With ice. That's a voice. That's how the film begins. So, okay. A lot of the footage you see in the trailer, and I don't need to tell you which bits, because it's obvious, that's the beginning of the film. And it's kind of like,
her the book thing, and then the Daniel Radcliffe, we need to talk.
Her and the snakes and Channing Tatum with the most beautiful long wig that I've ever seen. I mean, because Channing Tatum's like one of the few people that actually suits long hair, I think. Yeah, she looks alright with long hair, even though it's a wig.
Do you know who he should play?
Who?
Gambit.
Well, in another universe, he would have done 2 or 3 by now.
Yeah, no. Maybe he did play Gambit with a certain point of view.
Why'd you call me Mark?
I'm just looking for a contact lens.
Why'd you call me Channing? No, so...
Why'd you call me Remy LeBeau? He was so good at poker, they called him Gambit. Sorry. The Lost City.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock's an author, wrote these long, loving, romantic novels, and Channing Tatum's her cover model on the
50
posters.
50 Shades of Grey, but for Indiana Jones fans.
And less kinky. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple adult jokes in there, and there was a lot of kids that actually went to see it, that turned up at the early show.
What is it, 12A?
I think it's a 12,
Jesus.
But there was loads of kids in there, I was surprised. But there was a load of, grown-up jokes, which, of course, they were like, oh, they'd be dirty, they didn't know what it meant. But it's a 12A. I thought it was a 12.
What the fuck? I thought it was going to be 15.
12A, but there was lots of kids, which, whatever, Cineworld, do your job. ID and all that. Directed by the Nee brothers, who I've never heard of. Mm-hmm. Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, they're a tag team essentially. She's an author novelist. He is the poster boy, the cover star for selling her books. And again, she's just down and depressed. I won't sort of give away her whole character because it kind of comes full circle when you eventually see it. But essentially, she just doesn't give a damn about more. She's a bit on the low. Her books at sales aren't doing that great, and Channing Tatum is literally touring at her book signings, trying to promote it, and business ain't going too well. And in a certain
point of view,
from a certain man from the long lost land of Hogwarts, turns up in a white dollar suit and very British accent, a very articulate British accent. And no, he may have had glasses, but he doesn't have a glass no more. He doesn't wear glasses. His name's Daniel Radcliffe, formerly known as Harry Potter, with no scar on his head. He's had a haircut. He's finally in the 21st century, and he's actually a very good antagonist, but very likable. And the best thing about the movie, Absolutely.
I love that Daniel
was
Radcliffe is playing villains.
He's actually doing something. Like, big stage.
You're doing it, mate!
He's been in films, but they're lesser known indie hits, whereas, like, this could be his
like,
big...
Now You See Me Too.
What was that? I haven't seen the first one. John Cena wasn't even involved with it, right? Because I haven't seen it. And then the end of the trailer, a certain man who was a heartthrob maybe 10, 20 years ago. Some people say he's good looking now, but
Definitely
boy, has he changed.
The 90s to the early 2000s. I'd say he's more rugged. Like, he's done less films since everyone was like, he went out with Jennifer Aniston and
Angelina Jolie and stuff.
Angelina Jolie is still married to him? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. He changes every fucking day. Yeah. He was like the last minute, 30-second clip of the trailer.
Bradley Pitt. Bradley's armpits.
The way he was introduced in the movie, because the trailer didn't really give out how he just turned up as like the guy doing backflips and cool in badass shots.
Was he meant to be like in real life Channing Tatum's character? Because obviously he's got long hair, he's very action hair. It's like and like one of the funny jokes, let's say funny like loose parentheses in the trailer is like, why are you so good looking? It's like, my father was a weatherman. It's like, that's okay.
No, okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so his name is Jack Trainer.
Okay.
And Channing Tatum's character's got loads of contacts on his phone, and he calls them loads of... I can't remember, there was literally 2 or 3 he mentioned, but one of them was rude. It was a female, it was like Sandy, what, I can't remember what... Like,
Sandy One Night Standy? I don't know.
But they all had names like that, and he was Jack Trainer, but he spelled it literally Jack Trainer, and I was like... so he's a trainer. Anyway, so Jack Trainer is his actual name, and he is a trainer of sorts. He's a lifeguard.
Okay.
And
so why is he a real character?
He's a friend. No, he's just a friend of Channing Tatum's that just sort of turns up.
Oh, okay.
Like you were right. You'd think he would be like based on the book character, but actually brought to life. But no, he's just a friend of Channing Tatum's who just ends up in the movie. It's like, oh, all right.
Is it a welcome addition? Does it make sense?
Oh no, it made sense enough. And then a certain plot point happens.
From a certain point of plot.
Oh, okay. How soon are you going to see it? I might as well just blurt it out because I actually want to.
Look, spoiler it because I will see it, but I've got Morbius that I need to put myself through first. So.
Oh, I agree. Brad Pitt's in it for about 30 minutes because his head gets blown off.
Oh, fucking brilliant.
Yes, I know. He gets killed in the best way possible. And then it's essentially Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock's movie. Daniel Radcliffe's very much in the first act. He's in it more from what the trailer then shows, but he's absent for a huge portion of it. That's where it kind of hurt. And I thought, Daniel Radcliffe's the best thing about it.
So
he's gone for a bit. A little bit. Because then Channing Tatum and Sandra then go through the rom-com film of being lost in the jungle, oh, there's lost treasure, and a secret city, and oh, look, I've got a treasure, I've got hieroglyphics that I can decode, and that's why Daniel Radcliffe captured me for. Oh, wait, now we're on the run, and he's going to hunt us down, and blah, blah, blah. It's very generic.
Is that their actual dialogue?
Yeah, for references, quote to quote.
I'm on the run.
Oh, no, I'm on the run.
Oh, but you said he was dead.
No, but then essentially it's a love story. A love story of sorts that they go through the motions, they go beat for beat. I won't give away the third act because it goes in some predictable enough places, but nice, very set piecey, big screen action. It's very much made for the big screen. So I'd say if you are bored, Cineworld I feel like has had a quiet period, so if you feel like you want to see something on the big screen, then I say I think this is more catered for the female demographic, but males can equally enjoy it as well. Hey, there were some amusing bits in it.
Let's not gender discriminate films.
Not at all. I'm just being gender specific. I'm like, no, just females will get a lot more from it because it is just more easy on the eyes. It's more casual, and it's not gonna like connect to the MCU and change the foundation of Hollywood and whatever.
It's just a nice, easy watch.
Yeah, easy enough. With a very weird mid-credit scene, but I won't tell you what that is.
They might as well. Go on.
Brad Pitt lives.
What?
Yeah, he lives.
Really?
Yeah. And
how?
No, I won't tell you that because it gets explained, and I was just like, no, okay, I'm done.
Oh, come on, how does one...
No.
Well,
no.
That's something to go and look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. Go and find out how Brad Pitt getting his head blown up didn't kill him.
Then lives. Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever.
That is strange. Okay.
Very weird combination. Yeah. The Lost City, Racket of D, but then now it's just the Lost City.
The Lost City,
Indeed, go and see it.
Indeed, you do. Go on Indeed and see.
And apply for it.
Apply to be in the audience for this movie.
Atlantis. I can't think of any other lost cities. Like famous mythical places. I don't know, Atlantis comes to mind.
Swindon.
Switzerland.
What else happened this week, really, then? Not much. Let me consult the computer. By which I mean Connor's Instagram feed.
My Instagram feed? Oh, you mean my DMs?
That Oscar's controversy. James McAvoy saying he's not in it. We haven't had you said the thing about Thor: Love and Thunder that they're currently doing reshoots and Christian Bale's doing some of them. And obviously he's Gore the God Butcher, and that's why the trailer's delayed.
I think it's to do with the look as well. They're changing his look, I think.
Are they putting symbiote in?
Maybe.
Do you know what we didn't talk about?
Maybe.
Do you know what we didn't talk about?
What have we talked about now?
We've forgotten the most crucial piece of media this week.
Oh no!
And we'll end with this.
Have I actually?
About it.
Yeah.
The deleted scene from the Batman.
And you mentioned it. I was going to say, what did you think of that scene? It just kind of went. Yeah, that scene. Yeah, what did you think of that scene? Because I know people that haven't seen the movie have then gone to see the scene and they're like, "Oh, how does this affect the movie?"
So, I think if that scene was in the movie, it would have made him being tagged on at the end less sequel baity.
Yeah.
Even though Matt Reeves has already said, I'm not doing Joker in the next one. No. Because I kind of would like the Joker to not be a main villain, just to sort of be there and be a
background character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be involved, but not physically be like, "Hello, Batman, it was all me all along."
Yeah. So I would have liked it to be in it to make it less like, and oh look, it's a crazy man with green hair. Who could this be? Unseen Arkham prisoner man.
Yeah, number one.
But also with it, I'm glad they cut it because
so am I.
I didn't want a thing of just like, oh, we're just chill about like Joker. Like I want
casually introducing
the Joker
him,
to mean something when he comes on. But also, I kind of want a break from the Joker because we've had the Jared Leto one. We've had like in comics wise, you've had all the fucking crossovers with like the Joker's things. You had like
the Man Who Loved, Fortnite, The Man Who Laughed, which is like a Batman Joker hybrid, from what I understand.
Thing.
Yeah, from what I understand.
You've had like the Whacking Phoenix one. Like I've just
move on. Why
has it got like? Because I know everyone's going like, oh, he's just clearly doing a Heath Ledger impression. It's like sort of and it's a shame that it goes down that route because I just kind of want like really pale man that's a criminal. That doesn't have to be severely disfigured in some way. No,
he could start off normal and then get that way, and then rather than be the ditched green hair, like paint makeup or anything, then do your own thing, but not right off the bat because it's clear that they know each other. They've established some sort of relationship between them.
Yeah.
If it was like the origin, he was just some random Arkham prisoner that knew about the Riddler and was like, "Hey, no, I've heard about you. You want some information on the Enigma?"
Like Calendar Man in the Arkham games.
Yeah, if it was just like, "Hey, come to me, I've got you some information. You may not know who I am,
once you've
but I know who you are.
And you can get an achievement."
Yes, go on your Xbox. Yeah.
What did you think of Barry Keoghan's performance?
I love. Okay, credit to the cinematographer Greg. I can't think of his fucking surname, but
it's like Grieg. Cause
I mean,
he done Dune,
Mandalorian, Dune, Batman, and another movie. All of them are great. So the fact that again, they're all shot by the same person is magnificent. But credit to him for not making him the focus. He's there, but he's like out of focus the whole time.
Behind like the frosted glass, isn't it?
Yeah, it's out of focus. He's behind like blurry glass anyway. And just, I feel like it's the right amount. He didn't say too much, he didn't say too little. I don't know. I just felt it was fine, but it should have been saved for the next film. Mm-hmm. Or like the one where he's actually involved in it.
I'm glad that it was cut because that film was too long
100%. Anyway. Yeah, it needed to be cut. I'm glad it was. Yeah.
But, I don't know, because like Patterson just seems like it's like unbothered.
Yeah, at the minute, and yet they know each other.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that they're going to do the whole thing of like he's done one thing, like, and then it's the insanity of being in Arkham that's going to
make him
drive him when he eventually escapes to do something big and bombastic, like like the scale of the Dark Knight kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean.
And then that's when he's going to be like, oh, yeah, I didn't take this guy seriously, and now he's killed hundreds of people.
And wait, he killed my mum. And then are you going to get the whole, like the Morbius trailer, are you going to get, they know each other from school, and it's like, hey, Bruce, I know who you are when you're little. We grew up together.
Imagine if they do the whole secret brother thing from the comics.
That's what I mean. Like, are they going to do that?
Which they fucking, like, allude to in Joker. It's like, yeah, could he be the secret Wayne child? It's like, no, because he fucking shouldn't be. Just be some random guy.
Yeah.
Also, don't make him Jack Napier.
No, don't.
Like, don't have him be the one that killed Bruce's parents.
No.
Just have that be a random thing that we never see.
Again.
Because I'm sick of seeing them
Make it unique to that
fall
canon.
on the ground. Yeah, it's the scariness and disfigurement is a bit much.
Yeah.
But predominantly because the main thing we really see is his teeth. Like, clearly, like, Barry Keoghan's teeth do not look like this.
No, I hope they don't. Yeah.
Like, they're all mangled and shit, and then he's obviously got scarring and lost some skin around his lips, so then obviously he's naturally your mouth would look more like it's open and smiling.
Yeah.
Like, in a very sadistic kind of way, because but then you've got, like, the weird, like...
It's like a horror film.
Yeah. And then you've got, like, the thinness of his hair, the fact that you've got, like, this, it's all sort of at the front and that. Like, I would have liked to have seen, like you said, like, start off more, like, and then get more, like, dishevelled over time as...
Yeah.
This universe goes to shit.
Or heck, make him as like the undercover cop, and then you see him in the locker room, get some like makeup or something, and puts it on his face. Something weird like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because he was like Barry Keoghan's involvement was always sort of leaked, but then he was meant to be like a random cop or a random prisoner. He was always like unnamed Arkham inmate or whatever. He was always leaked in the production, but then.
Do you think he can make a good Joker?
I say maybe. I haven't seen enough of the guy to really sort of judge. But he's gone from indie darling to then being on like a Marvel property recently to then becoming one of like the most sought after actors. It feels like.
Yeah, I think he's a very good, because obviously he was in Dunkirk, wasn't he?
That's the other thing.
He's a very good actor, and obviously he's because Druig's still alive, right? I
want to say he is.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. I want to say he is.
Druig is still alive at the end. Because they had the fake out death for him, and it's like he like comes back and is like covered in shit. He's like he punches Sprite or something just to like try and I don't know. But
I got the 4K of that yesterday, but I haven't seen none of the deleted scenes apart from the one that was on YouTube.
The one that was online with the whole discussion in the museum.
In the museum, Kit Harington and Sprite.
Yeah.
And I was like, that should have been in it, but long enough.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting because he's going to be, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain in a Matt Reeves film.
And it'll be interesting if this Batman 2 comes out, how that will affect his performance, if anything, how we perceive him in Eternals 2 and then vice versa.
I don't want him in, like, majorly in the second Batman.
No. Have him in, like, the Kingpin underworld crime lord figure in the prison, and then something happens in it to make him then become the crazy figure.
Like, you're going to round out the trilogy, you're going to have the Joker, like... You're already drawing comparisons to The Dark Knight and the Nolan trilogy as a whole.
He hasn't done anything, yeah.
So don't put your Joker in the second movie.
No, don't.
Have the break. Have a Kit Kat.
Yeah, give us Clayface. Give us some weird...
I'd love a Clayface.
It's the only, it's the only villain we haven't really had on the big screen. Because they could do the Homecoming route and give us a different villain per movie, I hoped.
But then, Batman's never really... so... Let's count off the villains.
What we haven't had.
So the Burton Schumachers through to the Matt Reeves. So we've had the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker.
Was there anyone else in?
No.
No?
No, it was just the Joker. Jack Nicholson,
You have Harvey Dent, not as Two-Face, but he's just Harvey Dent. But you then have Penguin and Catwoman.
In Batman Returns, yeah.
Yep. Then Two-Face and Riddler.
Mm-hmm, in Batman Forever.
You have Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and Bane.
Yeah, in Batman Robin.
You have...
Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, no. Or the way they say it in the Batman Begins, the wrong way. Ra's. Ra's al Ghul and the League of Shadows.
Mm.
And Scarecrow.
Yeah.
So we're doing all right so far.
Yeah, okay.
But then it goes to... Because I like how Batman Begins sort of alludes to... This could be a... Because there was never really been a major reboot of a film, like superhero...
up till that point, yeah.
So it's almost left at a point where it's like this could be conceived as like you could
early Burton
as like a prequel to the '89 film, because they leave the same sort of card the Joker does, and then it all goes to shit because they're like, and then we're going to do our own version of the Joker anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. So then they do the Joker in Dark Knight and Two-Face.
And Two-Face, yeah.
Then you get... So we had 2 Two-Faces, 2 Jokers.
Yeah.
You have Bane.
Mm-hmm.
And Talia. So you've had 3 repeats so far.
Another Al Gore. Yeah.
Batman v Superman, Dawn of Jaundice. The real villain is Zack Snyder. No, Doomsday
and Lex Luthor,
which is Superman villains.
Great start.
Who did you have? Justice League, Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
And depending on which version.
Other Steppenwolf.
Doomsday.
Darkseid.
What am I thinking of? I was thinking of Doomsday from the last one.
Yeah.
They're all the fucking same. Big grey aliens that look like shit.
Hulk smash. Yeah.
Several
Darkseid, then
we're on the Batman, which is Riddler and the Penguin.
Yeah, Penguin. Catwoman isn't the villain in this one, but she's in it, and then Joker.
Do I want the Penguin to be a main villain in the second one?
Well, that's why he's got his series.
Yeah, I'd like him for that, and then you have him be the Kingpin kind of figure of his rise to power, because obviously he's been underestimated.
Maybe it's going to be some crazy plot where Joker will be like his co-worker in the prison, and then Penguin will be the guy on the streets.
Maybe.
So, to come do some crazy stuff.
I'd like Clayface. I wouldn't say no to an don't.
Yeah, don't you behave.
Jesus Christ, that was tense. I'd love to see Clayface next top of the list for me.
Yeah. Rogue Gallery is what I want.
Condiment King.
Oh no! Oh shit! Did someone like Robert Pattinson or someone said recently that Condiment King is their favourite?
I think it was Pattinson, wasn't it? In an interview
he said
with
it was like my favourite DC villain.
Empire or something like that. I don't know.
Someone recently said, "I want this guy."
What Batman villains have we not had in film?
That's what I've got: Bane, Clayface, Catwoman, Harley. Well, Harley Quinn. We haven't had her. Well, apart from
Suicide Squad. Yeah, sort of.
But an actual villainous Harley Quinn, not yet. Killer Croc. Oh yeah. Mad Hatter. Man-Bat.
Mad Hatter and because let's go down the full Lego Batman route.
Yeah, why not? Man-Bat, Mad Hatter, Mr. Freeze. Apart from '97,
I wouldn't say no to another Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, Riddler, Scarecrow, Two-Face. I mean, we nearly had them all, folks. It's just Mad Hatter and Man-Bat.
But there's obviously a lot more
obscure ones.
Yeah.
Oh, a Black Mask. Oh, a Birds of Prey. Oh, God damn it.
I would love to see Ian McGregor go up against Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, why not? Canada Man, Clue Master, Deadshot.
Calendar Man I want in the prison, a la the Arkham games.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea, like Spider-Man done the thing of he fights loads of there's the smaller villains he can just deal with. It's the big ones that take up the time. So in the intervening years he's fought Calendar Man and arrested him, and he's in Arkham and stuff like that.
We should have got Deathstroke. We should have got him in that Ben Affleck movie.
Yes, we should have. Maybe you do that, but you obviously don't cast
that guy as
Joe
Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello. Manganiello. Joe Mange.
Joe Jumanji, yeah. Firefly, Great White Shark, I don't know. Hugo Strange, I mean, we've had him in Gotham, and he's like a more recent villain. And then the other big name is Court of Owls, which I feel like they're going down that route.
I'd love a Court of Owls route, because it would be different.
Hush inspired, Riddler inspired by Hush, I feel.
Yeah, because it's Elliot is the name of the journalist that Thomas Wayne has killed.
Oh, so what? It's his son that's going to be Hush then?
I don't know, because it was sort of an allusion to
you're
it,
right,
because then on the screen after all that stuff in that video
Hush,
it says Hush, so it's he's a mix of Hush and Riddler anyway. So it's
James Gordon Jr. What, is he a villain?
Yeah, his son becomes a villain, didn't he? Obviously his son in the Nolan verse was played by what's his name himself?
Gary Oldman's son.
Gary Oldman's son in the film was played by because it's what's his name? What the fuck's his name? Joffrey. Joffrey from Game of Thrones is Jim Gordon's son in he's called James. And obviously
what was his name?
James and Barbara Gordon have kids called James and Barbara Gordon.
I don't remember that. Lady Shiva, Lincoln March, and don't know that. Prometheus, yes, an Arrowverse villain. Professor Pig from the Arkham Knight game.
Yeah.
Professor Pig. The Phantasm, the greatest animated...
Victor Zsasz would be a good,
henchman foil villain, yeah. Solomon Grundy, Talia Talon, and Ventriloquist and Scarface.
Another good set. We've got a lot of good secondaries to build up to bigger ones. Save Joker for the last film. I feel you feel, we all feel for ice cream. Is that how?
Catman? Who the hell's Catman?
Oh,
Clayface the second and the third.
yeah.
I didn't know there was...
The second one, I think it's acid. Like he turns into this weird acid face man.
Dr. Death, Dr. Hurt, Dr. Thesaurus, Gentleman Ghost, Joker's daughter,
Jeremiah Arkham. Because you tie into that whole thing of like, you know, Arkham is his like Martha's.
Kill him off. That's what I want to see. Kill him off. Just kill him off.
Hey, I would not say no to a kill him off.
I mean, if we got Mr. Mind in Shazam 2, oh yeah,
if we got Mr. Mind in a post-credit scene, we can have kill him off.
I mean, Taika Waititi is Ratcatcher 1. What an insane prequel.
Oh, yeah. Fucking that kid from Twilight beat the shit out of me. Just like Deadshot beat the shit out of Marty from Madagascar.
Yeah.
And with that, we've come to the end of this here episode of Nerd Bible Podcast. Thank you very much for listening and watching and absorbing, hopefully, some knowledge into your brain hole.
Into your ears, yeah.
We will be back next week for our Morbius Spectacular.
Oh, and will it be spectacular? Speaking of Morbius, he's right there, he's watching us.
He's watching you.
He is watching
I'm
us.
Jared Leto, and I'm sending bullets to underage fans, and...
Yeah.
You know,
if you don't like my movie, you're going to get a bat in your mail.
Yeah, I'm going to post bats with blood dripping from them.
And call them Venom.
I'm Batman.
Just kidding.
I'm Spider-Batman. What did you guys think of... Have you seen Lost City? Have you watched the atrocious piece of shit that is Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild? Any other films that you've caught so far this year? Are you looking forward to Morbius? Get your stuff in for that next week by emailing nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com. That was your bit, because you can say where you can follow us, Connor.
Across all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Pacey Sheep.
Yeah, so get in contact with us if you've got any stuff about Morbius next week, or, you know, any of the stuff that we talked about in this. Like, did you like the Batman deleted scene of the Joker? Are you done with the Joker? Do you ride or die for the Clown Prince of Crime? Just let us know.
Nice.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share if you've not done so already. We kind of need to kick on a little bit because we've not really done much yet. But all that really remains is 1/4 of the year done and another 9 months to go.
Gone too quick. Yeah. Crazy.
Thank you, everyone. Goodbye to the Batman.
Why'd you call me Mark?